Welkom bij de webinar van Itannex en AGA. Mijn naam is Annelies Hartman en ook aanwezig is Jacob. Allereerst wil ik samen met u verifiëren of de webinar goed te verstaan is. Als u mij kunt horen mag u de knop Raise Your Hand klikken. Can you see any raise your hands, Jacob?
Yes, I see two of them. 3, yeah.
Okay.
4,
Okay.
And that is growing. That's great.
Yes, okay, great. Overigens kunt u niet zelf spreken, maar u kunt wel eventuele vragen stellen via uw scherm. Verzoek eens om de vragen even in het Engels te stellen als dat kan, zodat Jacob die op het eind kan beantwoorden. Mocht u na de webinar nog vragen hebben, kunt u natuurlijk altijd contact met ons opnemen. Wij doen deze webinar in samenwerking met AGA. En alvorens de start zal ik eerst even kort vertellen over Itannex en daarna zou Jacob iets vertellen over AGA. Jacob zal verder gaan in het Engels, dus hij zal zijn presentatie in het Engels gaan doen. Itannex is een multidisciplinair adviesbureau op het gebied van BIM. En van ontwerp naar realisatie en beheer helpen wij u bij het meeste uit uw BIM-modellen te halen. Itannex bestaat sinds 1996 en we hebben meer dan 6000 CAD-werkplekken in Nederland geïmplementeerd. En ooit begonnen met Autodesk AutoCAD-werkplekken. Tegenwoordig implementeren we BIM bij bedrijven eigenlijk door heel Nederland en eventueel zelfs de Benelux nog. Met onze kennis van processen, materie en producten kunnen wij u helpen uw projecten te verbeteren. En we zijn dan ook een authorized Autodesk reseller en we staan in de top 20 van de EMA, Europe, Middle East en Africa. Naast de software van Autodesk hebben wij zelf Smart Revit en het merendeel van u zult het wellicht wel kennen. Het is een soort schil rondom Revit waarin wij uw processen willen versnellen. En ook een CAD-opening voor Beams kan daarvoor ook een meerwaarde bieden voor uw projecten. En hier is deze webinar dan ook voor. Daarnaast is AGA een ontwikkeling van Revit add-ons met meer dan 5000 licenties in meer dan 79 landen. Jacob zal iets meer vertellen over AGA. Ik zal Jacob het woord geven. Jacob, you can switch to your part of the presentation.
Okay, thank you very much, Annelies. Thanks for such a great start, and I will lead that. So today we will speak about openings for beams. I will speak in English, and I will just a bit introduce ourselves. So the main focus of our company is to create software for continuously BIM acceleration based on the experience of the most advanced users, and with those solutions we're reducing BIM stress by eliminating tasks that do not create value. And how we do that, for example, today you will see two different examples. One is pretty new, so it's openings for structural framing category. So we are cutting the edge of making things in BIM. As well, I will show you the workflow for the openings for windows and doors when you have two different models, structural and architectural. And today I will use only one our solution, but it was just updated few weeks ago, and you will see the brand new features. And I don't want to speak about everything literally, so I'm just jumping to my Revit, and this is what we have. So right now I'm having a model that consists of several walls and of different combinations of beams. So at the first position you can see that I have different beams. So I have metal beams, I have concrete beams, I have some wooden beams, steel beams, etc., etc. So different beam combinations. Again, I have the beams that are near to each other, so I would like to join the openings for all of them. As well, I have some inclined beams. I have some sloped beams. As well, I have some beams that have partial interference. That means they are not going fully through the walls, but they are just reaching the wall, and I have to place the beam over there, and I have to place the openings for this reason. So in this case, AGACAD has developed the tool and the feature in the cut opening to place openings for beams. So the workflow, maybe some of you are familiar with the workflow, how the cut opening is working, and somebody is not familiar. So I will repeat everything step by step to make sure that you can try it on your side. So the very first step, what you have to do is to run the interference check in between walls and beams. So I'm using Revit interference check. So on one side I'm choosing structural framing, on another just simple walls. I'm running the clash detection, and if I select something, you can see in a model that those elements are highlighted. And I'm just simply exporting everything somewhere on my computer as the HTML file that Revit is giving to us. And the next step, what we have to prepare is the configuration side. So in the configurations we have different line-based elements for which we can open the openings. So we have round and rectangular ducts, pipes, different systems of the pipes, cable trays, conduits, and the last one, but not the worst one, is the beam. So this is the brand new feature to place these openings for beams. And inside of the configurations we have three different possibilities of the configuration. So the first one is the cut offset, or to be exact, it's opening size. So we have two different methods of applying a size for the beam opening. So the first method is apply cut offset. So for beams that are from 0 to 100, we will always add some openings that have cut offset that is 100. As well, we can add some additional top or additional bottom cut offsets, as you can see in this picture that is highlighted right now. So we have additional top offset and additional bottom offset from the element. So you can set up your needed offsets. At the current moment I will leave it just to be 0. Again, we have the possibility to apply defined openings, opening size. Instead of making the offset, we can just define the width and height parametrics. As well, sometimes it's easier not to model some openings, but just to drill them on site, or just to figure the problems on site. So we have some minimum width and height parameter. So this width and height could be placed just in the very first place. I mean, from the openings will be started only from 50 mils. Then the beam is bigger than this one, than this size. Yeah, so you can do some configurations about the size of the beam. Another thing what we can do is joining openings. As I showed to you, the one of my examples are here. So we can auto join an opening for several beams that are near each other. And this is the size, again, the same idea. You can add some sizings if needed, and you can ask the software to auto-join the elements if they are near to each other by some distance. And the last one is interference check, when we have a beam that is just touching the wall. And the question is, should we make the opening for such situations or not? And another thing what we can suggest is the depth offset. So the opening could be just to the end of the beam, or it can be extended deeper into the wall. Yeah, so such configurations can be made inside. The configurations can be saved. As you can see, I have lots of different configurations for different situations, and I'm just saving the beam configuration. And the third step, what you have to do is to combine those two things. Like, I'm combining the interference check from Revit and the configuration from AGACAD cut opening. Yeah, so I'm combining them using just a simple read interference check data possibility. What I'm doing right now, I'm selecting the HTML file that was taken from Revit clash detection, and I'm taking our beam config from the cut opening. Automatically it is somehow detecting the elements that can be rejected by configuration. As you can see, this one is rejected by configuration because it is too small for the opening. So it is just cutting everything and showing you the place what's going on and where you are having some problems or troubles. Yeah, so you just can review it and go back to the configuration just to review some red bubbles that are leading you to some places. And this 50 mils mark is leading you to the idea that that the element is too small for the opening to be placed. Yeah, so I agree with this rejection, so I'm clicking next, and I get some values over there. Right here I have the table where I can just specify the size once again if the cut offset is okay, and I can still see the elements inside of my Revit. So my Revit is still working. Let it be like this. I don't want to change anything here. I just want to leave the cut offset 0, the depth offset somewhere. I feel that it is 15 mils, so I want to leave it as it was made in our configuration. So I'm saving this as the XML file, as the combination of two different materials. One material is interference check, another configuration. So I saved everything, and I'm just going to insert openings for such elements. And I'm taking the XML file. Once again, I have the possibility to take a look at my elements that are clashing somewhere. So I'm taking this element and I see the clash. I'm taking another element and I see the clash. I'm taking the third element and I see the clash. So you can just review all the clashes. You can still, there is a possibility to change the cut offset depth and all the possible material in this table. As well, you can choose the family. So in my case, I'm choosing just the opening family, but as you saw in my example right here, so the opening can have nested families inside, just with some plates or some handling elements, hanging handling elements that can be placed together with the opening. Just those elements should be nested inside of the openings. And after you just checked all the stuff over there, you can just easily press insert and modify elements, and the elements are inserted by the tool. So I have 32 elements that are inserted right now, and they are somehow out-joined, and I'm clicking just OK, and let's take a look how our solution did its job. So let's take a look here. So we have a metal beam. Inside of the beam we have some special parametrics for width and height. So for the steel beams we're taking the width and height. For these elements we're taking just H and B parametrics, etc, etc. As well, we have auto-joined beams, auto-joined opening for 3 beams, as you can see here. I can take this one and I can just easily find that all of them have only one opening. And the same situation is with the slopes, angles, and the last one is with the partial interference. That is kind of the most interesting one for structural engineers, not for architects. All these elements, openings, are basically for partitions. They are for architects. But then it comes to the partial interference. We can see how it looks like from the plan views. You can see that we have the opening here. I can still manage some parametrics right here, like I can change the depth offset. As you can see, I can just hide this one. We have some markings over there. We have the marking over there again. So everything came from just our family, as you can see. So just you can use that. What we can do more with those elements, we can tag them. So I have a tag, a wall opening tag, and I will tag those elements. So as you can see, what do we get here? So it's the size of the opening, it's the elevation of the opening. This is a rectangular opening, and we have a marking that is VO, wall opening. Again, I can mark another one, and I don't know, just this one maybe that is, oh, not the one I need. Yeah, so as you can see, I have another elevation, another sizes, etc., etc. So all these openings can be scheduled, can be tagged, and can be used in various situations that you have. So the same workflow is applied for ducts, pipes, cable trays, and conduits, but today we're speaking about structural things and about the structural beam openings. Yeah, so that is the final result, what you get. It's the openings for different situations for beams, the tags, and as well we can prepare the schedule for generic models, and we can take any parametrics from those generic models and we can take that here. So as you can see, we have everything like depth offset, we have some family names, width, host, who inserted, what kind of configuration was used, the insertion date when the openings were inserted, as well the opening area, so it's rounded, so it's 0, but it can be found. Opening elevations, as you can see, they are calculated, the level where they are placed, etc., etc. So lots of information like width, type, are described. So you can easily prepare your builder's work, drawings with tags, with schedules, and the drawings as well. Yeah, so this is the first theme that I wanted to speak about. So we already spoke about openings for structural framing category. Another theme is about openings for windows and doors. Then we have linked architectural model. Um, just one little thing that I forgot to say. For example, if you move the elements left, right, if you change the size of element anytime, you can go to opening revision, and it will find that we are we change something, so we can agree with last changes, and all the elements are just popping back. Where is that moved element? Yeah, it's right here. Let's move it one more time. I moved it here. I'm going back to openings revision. I have this one. I'm agreeing with last changes. Okay, voila. Let's take a look where it is now. Yeah, so we changed the position. As well, easily we can use join and join functionality just to join the opening into one big opening, etc., etc. So we have lots of possibilities here. And right now, finally, I'm switching to another my project, the structural walls and the architectural walls. So this is a bit another theme. This theme is very popular in Scandinavian market. I'm not sure about yours, but I feel that you have sometimes such projects. Then you have the architectural wall in a separate file. So as you can see, this is my Revit linked architectural model. And this model contains all the windows and doors, and on the other side I have a wall that is current, a structural wall that we as structural engineers are working with. So we have to have those openings for doors and windows, but then we have such workload we don't have the openings here. So usually we just use manual work to cut openings all around the windows and doors, but today I'll show you one really nice example to insert structural openings for those elements. So again, something similar, again the table that is highlighting elements inside of your project. So I'm taking all of them and I use insert update feature, and I'm taking just a simple door opening that was created by Autodesk. It is in your structural or architectural templates. Those openings are placed, so they are not our families, they are your families, and I'm clicking just OK. Okay, and once again I'm taking it and I will place windows. I'm taking the window. Okay, and let's take a look how this was made. As you can see, We have openings for all the windows that are placed straightly in our architectural model. So the wall, so the size of our opening is the same as the size of our doors. So I can take a door opening. As you can see, we have such openings. Yeah. So if we move something, the elements are moved together. So let's save this one. Let's close this file, and I will open the architectural wall right now. And for example, I'll move this door just to the right side, and I'm saving this, and I'm back in to my structural model. Yeah, and as you can see here, we're having some troubles because our door was moved, and I'm going just to insert update structural openings. I'm taking all of them. Maybe change host. What's going on? Okay, not this one. It's insert updates. You don't see, maybe maybe it's wrong link or something. Let me try to delete them. And okay, let's insert openings for it's change host. What's going on? Okay, let's try to place doors only. Okay, so I have the door family straight right here where I need them, and I think the update should work somehow, but it don't want to work right now for me. I can try once again, and I will finish. Okay, so I'm saving this. I'm going back to my architectural file. I'm moving the door. I'm saving this. I'm getting back to my structural file, and okay, yeah, so we change the position. Finally, I get that. So I just move them back, and as you can see, the doors are just straight at the opening, or the opening is just straight at the door opening. Maybe I had some problems with links. I don't know why this disappeared. Yeah, so that's the idea how the cut opening for doors and windows can be applied, and what kind of workflow should be used to make openings in structural walls when architectural walls are linked. Yeah, so that's the idea, that's the workflows, and I would like to say a big thanks for all the attendees, and I would like to say a big thanks for Annalise. And Annalise, do you have anything else?
No, I'm not sure if you have any questions. I cannot see any questions. Not sure if you can see any questions from our listeners.
No, not yet. So so right now you can ask the questions and we can answer them if there are any questions right now. If no, you can just contact us, so info@Itannex.com or support@aga-cad.com.
Yes. I think it's clear. Thank you, Jacob.
Okay,
And
so
see you again.
yeah, so see you later, and if you have any questions, just contact us via emails, and have a nice day then.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.